So right now I'm in quite the predicament at work where there's two things that I need to figure out, but both take a ton of mental bandwidth and I'm not sparking any great ideas. So hopefully I can come up with something while talking. The two things are for one of my clients, we just had an incredible month. The most sales ever, not the most revenue, because we've had some very high ticket months, but the most sales from a volume perspective. So the goal now is until we have the next big sale and next big launch is to get as many people on the email list as possible. We're hoping to double or triple the size to hopefully get 10 to 20,000 emails over the next few months. And the way that you do that is by making lead magnets so people can get off the platform that they're on. If let's say they're watching on YouTube or Twitter or elsewhere, you give them some sort of free value. In exchange for that, you usually have to go into some sort of website to access that information. You have to put in your email. That is very, very standard stuff. That's all a lead magnet is, but it's the content in the lead magnet that people are signing up for. And so I need to, or I don't need to, but I'm going to make, let's say, 1 to 5 lead magnets, which we are going to use for the next few months to hopefully entice people because it is providing so much value or perceived value. They are going to sign up for the lead magnet. They are going to get on to the email list. They're going to go through an email sequence so that the customer gets nurtured or the potential warm audience gets nurtured a lot more. And then they're going to be put into the newsletter where they are then getting a bunch of free value every few days where they are just getting as much goodwill as humanly possible. Then when we have the next big launch, we are going to hopefully, if you have, let's say, 10,000 more emails, you have a bunch of more potential customers. So that is the goal over the next few months. The problem is I don't know the content to put in the lead magnets, and I'm not really having any great ideas. This is a pretty easy solution. Ideally, you have the best lead magnets possible, but they don't have to be because it's the idea that's everything. I'm just a little stuck. This is a let's say on a scale from 1 to 10, this is probably only like a 3 or 4 from a problem scale because this is a very easy solution. I could make some good lead magnets just around a quasi uninteresting topic that is just getting, let's say, a lot less emails until I have a better idea. So that is not a major problem. The bigger problem is with the other guy. I'm in Kenny's office or a little room inside of his massive building that his office is in where there's a ton of employees here. Is I need to figure out the business model that we are going to create for the online product that we are going to create. I will be kind of leading it and coming up with the ideas to what we will actually be offering, what it looks like, and that is difficult. That is very, very difficult. I have some ideas, but it's very rough. You know when you can almost hear the words to a song, but you can't really formulate it too well, but you can almost hear the melody and you could hum it a little, but it's on not quite the tip of your tongue. You know it's not going to come to you, but it's there. It's there. And if you heard the song, then you would know it instantly. That's what you were thinking about. That's kind of where it is right now, where I'm in just a little fuzzy stage where it's very, very new. We just kind of we planned out the direction that we want to take this product yesterday in the office. And from a very high level, it looks fantastic. But starting to plan it out even slightly is I'm stuck. I'm stuck if I'm being honest. So what the way that I'm going to get around that is usually what I'll do is I'll just open up a Google Sheets or Notes or Google Docs, sorry, and I'll just start typing. Everything that comes to mind, I'll just start writing it down and I'll start formulating it and then I'll crisscross everything that's going on and try and conceptualize it in my head. And then I'll probably go talk to one of the guys, Jerry, in here and bounce some ideas off of him, see what he thinks. Then I'll go back to the Google Notes and I'll just start typing things down. What I'm doing is I'm trying to put everything that's in my head onto paper without really knowing the solution that I'm going to come to. Just every single idea humanly possible, I'm going to write down. Maybe I come up with 50 ideas. And from those, there's 5 of them that are pretty good. And then I'll start to dig down on those a lot deeper. But because I don't exactly know where to start, that's really my only solution. So that's the same way I do it when I'm helping out one of these clients. I don't know why it's just so much easier to think things through if I'm typing it down or writing it down or something. I'm just usually my Google Docs, I just have hundreds of them where I have pages and pages and pages filled with hundreds and hundreds of ideas on a multitude of subjects as to what needs to be done. I don't know. I don't know how other people come to conclusions when they are trying to conceptualize as to what needs to be done so they can articulate it better and actually just think it through better. Because right now, I can't even think it through because we're in such an early stage. I'd like to talk about it a little bit more, but I don't know how it's going to look. So there's nothing to talk about at 2 p.m. Right now it is 12:46. So I actually talked to Ken about that. Now, what I was just talking about in this video later off in the day. And what he said was, Josh, the way this starts is not going to be the way it finishes. So what we need to do is start, throw a bunch of stuff against the wall, see what works, and then triple, quadruple down on that. But he said the biggest thing is making a decision, starting, and figuring it out after. You will figure it out once you start. And it made so much sense to me because that's how I describe business as well. You start and then you figure it out after. So that's the plan. Just start it. Just to start it. Make it free. See how it looks. The marketplace will tell you what it needs, and it will show you with demand from consumers in certain areas as to what is actually wanted, and then it will develop over time. This is going to be a multi-month, even or multi-year process into crafting this into the best possible thing possible. So anyway, go to bed.